رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear brothers and sisters, during last 1 week we saw the reports of CIA torture. That the investigation came out and having these reports that CIA is torturing its detainees, and it has been doing this for during this last 13 years. We have been saying this, but it was going on to all the deaf ears. So now again, so what? They reported. But what we take out of it, nobody was punished for what they did. Nobody was investigated. Nobody was interrogated. Nobody was going through the same thing which they committed against these humans. And nobody names them even. Instead, they are naming the victims as if no one else has the human rights except these guys. We saw how they hired criminals to do the dirty job for them. But the main question over here is it that once your ideology is under attack, you abandon it? In 2001, in accordance to your claim, and in accordance to your reports, and in accordance to your claim of Muslims that this 9/11, you said your way of life is being attacked. Now the question over here is, then you abandon your own ideology? For example, you attacked my Islam for as long as at least these 13 years. If we forget about the 1911 and the start of the World War I, or the Crusading War, or the Colonialism War. And we as Muslims abandon Islam and become as brutal as we can just because you attack my ideology. The same happens here. You abandoned your ideology. You abandoned the values you bombed us for, accusing us that we do not have it. The human rights, the other claims that you are having, or the great civilization. So this was your civilization. This was your ideology. You abandoned it. You killed millions literally. You tortured them. You did whatever you could just because your ideology was under attack, your way of life was under attack, and we don't know how long will you carry this on. But this is a good lesson for the rest of the world to see how these guys do their stuff and what is their limit. They reported it, but they will take no action on it. Nobody would be investigated. Nobody would be investigated exactly the same way which the soldier went out of its base in Kandahar and killed those innocent children and women and burned them, and he came out and that's it. Nothing. Just imagine, above $80 million is it paid to someone who is teaching you how to psychologically torture your detainees. So this is your ideology. This is your way of doing things. You know no limits. And that's why we always think that things like Peshawar massacre happens by people of you. And for my brothers and sisters, we have to always be vigilant, and we always have to be careful to not be bitten from the same hole twice. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.